I'll be seeing you again soon, I hope, in Heather Hopper's Hollywood.
Towards the end of her life, my grandmother, the famous gossip columnist Hedda Hopper, who had burned many bridges throughout her career, was feeling nostalgic and attempted to patch up a long-time rift with Katharine Hepburn. Hedda was obviously trying to mend fences with many of the actors and actresses she had clashed with. I think she probably had a great many enemies. What did she call her house? The house that fear built? There were a lot of people who hated her. Hedda was very active in the blacklist era in Hollywood. Katharine Hepburn was caught up in this attack, and Hedda wanted to make it better. She wrote this letter to Katharine, and she sent a photo of her and Humphrey Bogart from The African Queen, almost as an apology. It made me sad to read it because she felt she had been unreasonable and unkind to people. It's an unusual letter for Hedda to have written, and it's really quite sweet. December 2nd, 1964. My dear Katharine, I've been meaning to write you for a long time, but when this photograph came in yesterday, I thought, what the hell? You might like to see how beautiful you look, even without makeup and a dirty face. Both you and Bogey were so wonderful in the picture.
I never dreamed that any mere physical experience could be so stimulating.
How's that, miss?
I don't know why we can't be friends. Perhaps you do. But I'd like to be able to call you up once in a while and perhaps reminisce a bit, and I promise not to put a word of it in the column. I have always admired you and think it's a crime that you're not acting. Katharine's longtime partner, Spencer Tracy, was in failing health, and she had stopped working in order to take care of him. We have no one fit to kiss your feet. You have a gaiety, a gallantry, a gentlemanly way of expressing yourself that no other dame in this town had, not even Garbo. As I grow older, I've mellowed and think of days gone by instead of the trash they're putting out in the name of motion pictures today. You were a big part of that era, and I miss you. Yours, Hedda. Just a few days later, much to my grandmother's surprise, she did get a response from Katharine, and it was a real treat to hear from her. She was thrilled, even though they never were going to agree on politics. I mean, the only person who was as right as Hedda was John Wayne. Dear Hedda, that's a wonderful picture of old Bogey and me. Wasn't it great that he won that fool thing? He was the one person I knew who said, I should win it. I'm going to try and win it. In Africa, every week or so, he'd come to me. You happy? Got everything you need? Room comfortable? He really was a gent and a well-mannered, gentle fellow.
That's the ticket.
You and I are friends, Hedda. Time has seen to that. You have survived, I have survived, and so there is a natural admiration, not of your politics, not of your profession, but of you. Your character on your own terms, and that, I think, is what you admire in me. Your letter was very flattering, too much, but I enjoyed reading it. Katharine.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Who?
Sadly, my grandmother didn't live long enough to see that Katharine's career really did have a renaissance. And in fact, she went on to win 3 more Oscars.
It's incredible, isn't it?